Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. This is Live Life in Tarot. Thank you for being here. So glad you could make it. I hope you're all doing well. Aquarius, this is your July 2020 monthly money and finances forecast and the messages that are coming through for you about your money situation. So, on to your reading, Aquarius. Aquarius, be careful who you be careful with what you agree to concerning your money and finances. You have rest and consider, and you have seek the truth. So there's a need for you to take a step back regarding a matter with your money situation. Um, this may be a particular situation, or this may be you looking at your money overall for the month of July, where there's a need to take a step back and to rest and consider and contemplate what you got going on with your money and finances situation. Underneath that, you do have the high priestess, which is listen. So there's a need for you to follow your intuition, to pay attention to your instincts, to pay attention to your gut here, because underneath you have detach, which is a number 11, and the 11 is speaking to justice. So there's something that you need to pay attention um, regarding the ability to get the right thing to happen, or to get something fair to happen, or to be careful about how rules may or may not be being followed, how rules may or may not be being bent either by you or by someone else. You could be dealing with the Libra. Aquarius with the high priestess, you could also be dealing with a Cancer or a Taurus individual. But you want the right thing to happen, or you want to make sure that the right thing happens, and there's a need for you to focus on being able to detach from the situation, perhaps emotionally, in order to really gauge your situation and what you're dealing with or up against concerning your money and finances. There may be a need for you to keep things close to your chest, to act on your behalf in a space of confidence or confidentiality. Um, there may be some secret information, but there's a gut feeling you have that you need to follow here, okay, where there's a need to focus on gaining enlightenment or get some illumination around a matter that there's either a mystery to, or there's something could be hidden around it. Um, there may be a need for you to get some sort of validation with the situation, and be careful with who you are engaging and dealing with. Be careful who you trust here. Um, with rest and consideration here, this is talking about something coming into fruition, or be mindful of what you're going to bring into fruition, or what someone else may be trying to bring into fruition regarding you about your money and finances. And there's a focus on what you may need to be aware of towards your ability to retain, um, according to what's going on with your money and the situation you're finding yourself in, or what someone is trying to retain with you. This is the nines talk about attainment, talk about your wealth, um, your determination, your ability to get consultation, or um, make sure the consultation that you could be receiving or looking to makes sense and is qualified and is looking to act on your behalf for your best interest. This is focusing on how you can have prosperity in a situation, perhaps looking at something that may need to be cleared up or cleared out or brought some closure to. This is you needing to adapt as much as possible to your situation, or as a new situation could arise. See how you can get satisfaction. Make sure you're doing enough, or that what is happening in terms of your money is enough, and that you get the successful conclusion that you need to see here, and release whatever isn't serving you or that could cause a negative impact and change on your money situation. So you really want to be cognizant of how you will proceed. Okay. There's a need for you to rely perhaps on your own self direction here to avoid any dissatisfaction that could be happening or could occur if you don't. Because all that being said, Aquarius, would seek the truth. This is the Seven of Swords energy. Okay. So, first of all, make sure that you are not self sabotaging yourself, where you are entertaining negative thinking, or you getting in your own way, or you creating your own problems. With this Seven of Swords energy, there are some lies somewhere, either perhaps coming from you or from somewhere or someplace or someone else, that you need to be able to identify, that I feel that your instincts and intuition will be able to pick up on. This is about, don't leave things to assumption. Evaluate here what is going on that's being presented to you, but also what may be going on behind the scenes or that's underlying to what's being presented. This is you needing to either avoid or address some potential or definite upheaval or conflict. Be mindful of your connections or who you're connecting with. Make sure that you do what needs to happen to in order to redeem yourself. There's a need to be confident and have a strong sense of ability and remain encouraged and sustain yourself. Use discretion, but seek ways to progress. Because as you deal with your money situation or circumstances, it will influence the way you think, or someone may be trying to influence the way that you think. The Seven of Swords energy is talking about perhaps you could be experiencing some sort of deceit or betrayal, some lies, theft, where money is being taken from you, or someone may be trying to con you out of your money. Someone may be trying to take advantage of you. But perhaps you're doing these things. But I'm taking this from the perspective of this is what's coming towards you. There's a need for you to seek the truth. Okay? Seek the truth by taking a step back and really consider what you're dealing with and what your understanding is around this. Okay? Don't be confused or allow yourself to be confused, and don't discount your intuition here. It will serve you if you let it. Now, you do have, Aquarius, compromise and third party. And underneath that, you also have karmic partner. And under that, you have free will. So when I look at these energies, you are focused on a compromise, or someone is focused on gaining a compromise with you. You're dealing with a third party. For some of you, you're dealing with a karmic partner, or you are dealing with a situation or someone at least that is karmic in nature. And karmic meaning where there are difficulties and problems, or someone causing you some trouble, perhaps even some pain, some disappointment, some dissatisfaction, um, or is betraying you or trying to betray you, or perhaps you're seeing it this way or someone is seeing it about you this way. But you want to be careful about the compromise that you are looking to reach. I do feel that you have free will in this situation. So you may be dealing with a situation where you feel there is some control around it that is not yours, but you have the ability to have control or take control here. And with the three party, This is you dealing with, for some of you, again, a karmic situation, a karmic partner, or this just the who or what this is around is karmic in nature. The third party could be work, can be external factors, can be um, other people, institutions, um, who you are choosing to trust or perhaps needing to question. Um, I do see a building here, so it can be around business. This could be around businesses or what's being constructed here, in order to reach some sort of compromise. And you want to make sure that there's no cracks in what's being built or created or organized here that has the potential to have you at a loss here or be taken advantage of. Now, the Seven of Swords energy that seek the truth, then this may be all coming down to you just needing to strategize and be really clever around a matter where some sort of um, compromise is trying to be reached here that involves you. And you want to make sure you're not getting the short end of the stick, or that you're not getting played, or that you don't lose out here, or you're not lied to or deceived. And you might want to be careful about your role if this is you. So, what you also have here is inspire yourself. You also have avoid the hot mess machine. You have avoid the hot mess machine, and you have find your North Star, okay, which is your true north. Look at that. So I feel like you're focusing on being enthusiastic in the situation. With inspire yourself, this is you focusing on being creative, being involved, participating in what's going on here. This is you being interested or needing to be interested enough in what's going on that, or there's a need to be creative here with the regard towards avoiding the hot mess machine. So this may be someone in particular that you're looking to avoid a hot mess or problems with. This may be someone karmic that you're dealing with, or someone just is karmic in nature that may not mean you well. And this is you needing to navigate this and be inspired by the situation to find your North Star here. And that is to stand in your truth, be your authentic self, and do what's best for you in this situation. Because what is happening here, or what you may be finding yourself dealing with, is a matter that won't allow for that unless you get inspired enough to take it in a new direction. But you're going to have to be open to receive it. So I feel this is requiring you to have courage, because underneath that it says self-worth impacts net worth. So you have to have confidence, and you have to stand in your power, and you have to know what's right and what's wrong, and whether or not you're being taken advantage, and then taking the stand to come against that when something isn't right, and pursue doing what's best for you. Don't help somebody else fuck you over. You get what I'm saying? So follow your instincts. Do what's best for you. Do what's right for you. Do what's fair for you as much as you can. Um, Require balance. Require the right thing to happen. Require the rules to be followed. Require that the rules not be bent if this is what you're experiencing. make sure you stand for yourself with regard to getting what you deserve. Okay? Because what you deserve, how you view or value yourself or not, will make the difference around your money. Receiving what you should, or finding out you're receiving less or n- nothing, if at all. And so, Aquarius, the overall energy surrounding your money and finances, interestingly enough, is the Six of Swords, mental energy. Okay, this is in the realm of thought, communication, and your energy and attitude towards your money and finances is the Seven of Cups. So you may be looking at your money and finances situation with a measure of confusion, but you may also be looking at trying to weigh up your options. So make sure you understand and know and find out all the options that are available to you. The Seven of Cups is also saying for you to not be confused or allow yourself to be confused here. Be careful who you are trusting concerning your money, how you invest, or what it is you're supposed to receive. With the Six of Swords, you want to move away from conflict. You want to make sure you have peace of mind. Okay? I feel like this requires more than wishful fucking thinking. This is requiring you to clear your mind, to really see clearly the situation, to follow your instincts. And there may be someone or an institution or establishment or work where it is easy or um, natural almost to just go with the flow, to just accept, to just trust, because of who you're dealing with, um, presenting as a form of authority. But authority doesn't always mean that it's right. Okay? Authority doesn't always mean that it is right, depending on who is standing in that power of authority. But also, this is about you not giving up your power, where you may need to um, stand in your power and stand in your authority here, and avoid a hot mess machine that can occur for you if you don't inspire yourself to go after what you have a right to, or what you believe is right, or make sure something is done fair, or you get the right thing to happen here. You want to make sure that something goes. You want to try to do everything you can to make things go in your favor, and it won't be for the lack of trying or being complacent and just allowing shit to happen to you. Okay? So, how do you transition? Some of you, there may be a focus on travel as your money and finances is concerned. Your concern with money is the Ace of Cups. So, you may be concerned with an opportunity that's being presented to you, or whether you're going to receive the opportunity, or perhaps who or what in terms of an opportunity is being created for you, and then what opportunity should you be trying to have created for yourself. So this is you needing to be concerned about what is being presented to you, okay? Or what should be presented to you. And is what's being presented to you truly an opportunity? Because whatever is going to happen here with this Ace of Cups, it's going to have, it's going to require, I feel, um, your initial response and creativity to how it's going to be shaped. You're concerned about getting to the heart of the matter, or there's a need to be concerned about getting to the heart of the matter around money and finances, and what is being presented to you, what is being created, what is being offered, or perhaps you're seeking what you can have offered or what you can create, because this is a creative energy. You're concerned about the possibility or the lack of a possibility here. Your challenge is the Fool. So this is your energy, Aquarius. So you could be dealing with an Aries. And the Fool, firstly, don't be one. Don't be a fucking fool. Don't be foolish. Don't be oblivious. Don't be naive. Don't be irresponsible. Okay? Don't fumble. Okay? Don't be carefree about this. Don't be reckless. Don't be a coward. Don't be stagnant or fearful or wasteful here. But the Fool is also asking you, how can you take something in a new direction concerning money? How can you take care of a matter concerning money and get that new opportunity, that new beginning, right? The Fool is also saying, how can you free yourself? What is it that you believe? What are you believing in here? If there's a new beginning or new opportunity in money, what's being presented here? Where's the foolishness, the foolery that's around it, if any? Or the foolery coming from you or coming at you here? What's the risk involved? Are you taking a risk or someone taking a chance with you? Are you leaving it to chance? Are you being careful with this Fool energy? What is the risk? And so, in the beginning of July, Aquarius, regarding your money and finances, you have the Knight of Cups. So, with the Knight of Cups, for some of you, you're going to get some good news, or it's going to seem like good news for some of you. The Knight of Cups, Knights are doing energy. Okay, Knights are focused on the invention or the investigation. Knights take action. Knights are diligent. Knights have their own level of intensity. Um, Knights like to execute things. Knights like to engage, right? But Knights also like to persuade. And I feel like in the beginning of July, you're dealing with some sort of persuasion energy around your money and finances, Aquarius. And I say that because if you take a look at this turtle, you see this little kid here, and he has like this hot dog that he's dangling in front of this turtle to get this turtle moving. Um, this turtle is really slow, right? This kid wants to get this turtle moving nonetheless. And so I feel with the Knight of Cups energy, I do think that some of you do get some good news around money. For some of you, that news could be too good to be true, or that news might not be good enough, right? Now, either someone is trying to persuade you as it has to do with your money and finances and what you are to receive, or around what's being offered or what's being generated, or perhaps you are looking to persuade in this way, or this may be persuasion happening all around, and it's about who can get that offer, who can lead the situation in the direction that they're trying to create and have happen around that money and finances. Hopefully that'll be you, Aquarius. And so at mid July, you do have the Four of Pentacles, and I wanted to clarify that. Now, this Four of Pentacles is interesting. This is a young lady naked on her knees, with a man in front of her with his male bits out, and she's got a handle on it. So I'm not going to show that one to you. You know. So, the Four of Pentacles talks about you focusing on getting a handle here or having control. You definitely want to have power in this situation, if somebody does, right? This is focusing on your stability and your security, your ability to persevere, to maintain. There may be a need to look at the approach here. Should you stick with an approach? Maybe should you change the approach? This here You could be dealing with a measure of restlessness around this matter. You're focusing on self-preservation here, or somebody is, or there's a need to contemplate and be careful about teamwork, or where teamwork is involved, because though teamwork can make the dream work, teamwork can also create a nightmare for somebody. Okay, because there's dreams and there's nightmares, so which one is happening here for you? This is something that will lay a foundation, or um, there's a way to lay this foundation, or someone's trying to lay the foundation a specific way, or trying to contain something. Maybe you're trying to contain something. Maybe you're trying to uplift something, or someone wants you to conform, or you don't want to conform. This here is about the stability of something, and perhaps maybe looking at whether or not it needs to be restructured. And so, with this Four of Pentacles, some of you are maintaining and you are secure. Um, you have power in this situation because you're using your intuition. All right. And with this particular high priestess, she has on top of her head the world, the strength, and the wheel of fortune, which I find that very, very interesting. So using intuition to see how to have success, attainment, and completion through being resilient and using your inner strength to balance something, or not be forced or pushed, but to also be able to have some power in the situation of influence on your own right, but the use of having self-discipline and self-control. And with the Wheel of Fortune, changing it, being able to shift and change it, to to be able to have it be an opportunity for you, or a positive shift and change. Okay, but knowing that the will means it could go either way, depending on how well you follow your intuition and you don't get in your own way or become stuck. Now, for some of you, this Four of Pentacles and this High Priestess, this is you feeling stuck, okay? Um, Regarding your money and finances situation, because your intuition may be off, or there may be something, may be a mystery to you, or something may be hidden here or unbeknownst to you. And, you know, you may not know how to go about persevering over this, or being aware, or seeing how to secure or maintain the situation, or have power in it, where you may lack the inner strength, or the power, or drive, or resilience, or you do something that causes a negative shift to your circumstances. And then there's the element of the unexpected that could occur. So some, I feel, with this Four of Pentacles, experience stability. Others of you are trying to figure that out, or needing to figure this out because you feel a little stuck. Now, someone may be trying to hold some money back from you, or there are some secrets here with the High Priestess, or there may be a need for you to play this close to your chest, or somebody's doing that to you. But self-preservation is key here, Aquarius, for your stability and for you to stand in your power. Be inspired. Now, at the end of July, you do have the Five of Cups and the Two of Wands. Now, the Five of Cups talks about experiencing loss. And so, depending on how you handle this Four of Pentacles, Aquarius, some of you are going to experience financial loss because something goes wrong with the plan or your ability to dominate. But others of you, there is some upset. There may even be setback and a degree of loss, but you find a way to recover the loss or avoid the loss because of your ability to plan and to dominate. So some of you will be on one side of this, and some of you will be on the other side of this, depending on how you deal with that Four of Pentacles. And you handle the situation through having clarity and knowing your options and thinking clearly and being careful of who you're trusting or who you may need to question about your ability to trust and where it is that you invest your energy or your money or needing to pull back to rest and reconsider and seek the truth. And so your likely outcome, you do have the Emperor and the Page of Cups. So with the Emperor and the Page of Cups here, first of all, the Emperor is a controlling energy. The Emperor is possibly someone that's an Aries you could be dealing with. For some of you, you're dealing with your boss, or you're dealing with someone in authority that has some influence on your money and finances, or this is you standing in your power. And so what I see here with the Emperor and the Page of Cups, the Emperor talks about you focusing on being disciplined, being conservative, and operating from a space of control, to be a good manager, to be the leader in this situation, to have focus and be solid about what's going on with your source of income or money, to make sure you operate with an organized plan about what you're building and creating, that the structure is working for you where it's safe and secure. And some of you could be dealing with the government, an establishment or institution. But the Emperor is saying that there's a need for courage, okay? But also to not lack control, to be careful about any confusion or allowing yourself to be dependent so much that you lack the inspiration to follow your North Star, your truth, what is best for you, because you leave it to somebody else. The Emperor is talking about the need to be responsible here and not to fail at being responsible, and be careful of who else may have some impact on your money, and measure responsibility and whether or not they're being responsible or irresponsible here. Your instincts will guide you. Is what's going on with your money or who you're dealing with rational? Is it making sense? Is it correct? Is it what's right? Is it legal? Maybe you might need to consider. Or someone trying to do something illegal. The Emperor is saying that this is you managing your money and standing in control, or you're dealing with someone that has a measure of power or control. But this is a controlling energy nonetheless. And the fours talk about your stability. The fours talk about your leadership and what's being built here. The fours talk about your authority in this, or somebody's authority in this. Because with this Page of Cups, I feel that through you being disciplined, staying on top of things, um, having as much control over the situation as possible with who or what you're dealing with, being very focused and taking the lead where you can. With this Page of Cups, this is you being able to heal your situation, or you're looking at how to heal it, to manage it, because this is a managing energy, the Emperor. But also the Page of Cups is saying you may be looking for a creative way out that allows you to feel empowered, in control, brings order to your situation. Okay, some of you find it, or some of you are needing to find it. It's also possible you receive some news about money from an authority figure or from your boss. or from an institution or from the government that heals your money and finances situation. So let's pull one card that summarizes this Emperor and Page of Cups energy for you, Aquarius. And you have the King of Pentacles. So definitely with this King of Pentacles, this is around the business of your money. Okay, whether it's through work, through your business, or you're dealing with someone who has, um, you know, because the King of Pentacles can be someone who's very well off, very wealthy. This is someone who has a lot of knowledge. Their finances may be on the rise. um, the King of Pentacles is saying that you have the Midas touch here. Okay, you have the ability with whatever you're dealing with, where there may be some controlling energy around this for you, or that you need to have more control or get control over. You have the ability with the King of Pentacles to have that Midas touch, but it's going to take you being grounded, being very practical, paying attention to the details, looking over the plan, scrutinizing it, staying grounded, staying practical, staying mindful, taking the necessary steps, going over the steps, your steps and the steps of whoever else the fuck is involved here with what you're managing. And you have the ability to successfully create what you need to see happen around money, or what is happening around money that allows you to feel established here. Just be mindful with the King of Pentacles is that knowledge is key here. Okay, who you're consulting with that has some managerial capacity, uh, how accurate or focused on uh, what's best for you, or what's best and right and just and good. But this is also talking about being careful of any calculated risk, but also don't get carried away. Okay, this is your ability to have stability here, and you experience stability, but it's going to take discipline and the ability to take control and manage this. So get inspired with what you need to create here and take control of the situation to move away from the hot mess machine that could be you or who you're dealing with, and follow your true north by doing what's best for you. But I see you being okay. There is some controlling energy here, but you have the ability to transition. Seek the truth in this within yourself and about what you're dealing with connected to your money and finances. Take a break, take a step back so that you can truly consider all that's involved, so that you're not in a rock and a hard place here. Okay? And listen to your intuition. And there may be a need to play things close to your chest, or be careful that someone else may be doing that towards you, because someone may be trying to detach you from your money. You want to make sure you share the love and ensure that there's success and cooperation here. But there's only one hand. So who's doing the receiving and who's doing the taking? Just know there's an ability for you to have everything you need, because this here is the Aquarian energy of the star to heal. You need to be careful who and what you trust, as it has to do with what kind of control or hold is happening around your money. With strength, are you having the inner strength to balance this and make sure that you see positive movement around your money, and that it's being managed well because of who you're dealing with, and because you're involved in making sure that happens by the choices that you make. So do everything that you need to do to find out what's going on with your money and finances, so that as you rest and reconsider and seek the truth, you find it and you're able to have control. You're able to heal it, or you're able to come up with a creative way out that brings you that stability and security here that's available to you. Okay? It's possible you could be dealing with, someone may be being rigid, or you may need to be rigid and stern in your position here. So let's see what your guidance is. You do have face your financial fears, Aquarius. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released this self doubt or these self doubts. Okay? That is your guidance. Face your fears. Okay? Stand in your power. Take control of the situation, even though you may be experiencing controlling energies. Organize and bring structure to what is being created or built concerning your money and finances, or with how it needs to be managed, with the focus of making sure that the right thing happens and that is also legal. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching. Bye, Aquarius.